What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Advice. We are back. Regulation D is just about here. I built this team on stream and played some games. Check those out if you want to see some good Regulation D content. But yeah, this video I got some casual battles to show you where I use this team and I think it's really strong. Let's take a look. Okay, first battle we got Alberti. Now he's got some restricted Pokemon, Mewtwo, Miraidon, Rayquaza. This is casual ladder, so these aren't Regulation D Pokemon, but I'm never one to turn down a challenge. Now, I want to lead Gatia Bish, just for the trickery. And let's get some speed control with Electro Web, that'll be nice. Robofet's really good against Miraidon, which is his biggest threat. And then lastly, I think I'll go with Knuckles, just in case he wants to start trying to E-speed around with Rayquaza. It's good into the Rever Room, and decent into Lucario as well. Now this is casual ladder, so this opponent may not be as experienced as what you'd expect to find on the ranked ladder, but you can never count out an opponent, and he's got strong mons, so let's see how it goes. Good luck, have fun, Alberti. Okay, Mewtwo, Miraidon, not holding back on the lead. So one of the nice things about having Heatran as my Zoroark disguise is that I can Will-O-Wisp if they have physical attackers, and they might not know that it's not Heatran, but I could Bitter Malice this Mewtwo, but I don't know how much it does, and I kind of just want to get Brobafett in to get rid of this Miraidon, because Miraidon's definitely his biggest problem, and Electro Web just to slow things down could be nice. If he uses an electric move into Brobafett, that's an additional bonus. Okay, we connect Electro Web on both mons, a little chip on Mewtwo. Alright, and we tank the Psy Strike. We got Focus Sash anyways, but they do Electro Drift into the Landorus switching, so that's great. I think I want to get a Calm Mind up. Yeah, it could be nice for the things in the back, so we'll get a Calm Mind and just protect. Okay, we're faster than both already after one Electro Web, that's great. Special attack is boosted, special defense is boosted. They do hit us with the Psy Strike, so it's going to hit past our special defense boost, but we tank it pretty well. And they do try to Electro Drift into our protect. Alright. So, I think I want to just go for the Earth Power Miraidon. They could switch in Rayquaza, but that's okay. And I'm going to go Terra Thunder on Mewtwo and see how much this does. Just for the science, you know what I'm saying? My Regieleki doesn't have as much special attack investment. I put a lot of bulk into it, even though it's Focus Sash. I want to be bulky enough to take hits. If I find myself missing damage too often though, I am thinking about switching this to just a max speed, max special attack Regieleki. But I'd rather start with a bulky Pokemon and adjust upwards offensively versus starting off max offense and not knowing how much I need. So this is a good gauge. I mean, we pick up that KO. Down goes Mewtwo. Clutch Regieleki with a 70% accuracy Thunder hit. And Miraidon's down too. Restricted Legends, no problem. Who's next? That just goes to show that speed is the most important stat in the game. Move first, hit hard. That's the Graham Amity way. Okay, they bring in Shiny Rayquaza. And a very, very expensive car. Okay, so I'm just going to Earth Power Rever Room. No reason to dance around. And we'll go Electro Web. We got Heatran in the back to deal with Rayquaza. Drop its speed. Get it slower than Lando. Mr. Brobafett. But yeah, I mean, if he had protected Reverum there, Heatran comes in and hard walls it. Poison type moves we're immune to, and steel type moves are 4x resisted. Okay, Aleki goes down to Dragon Pulse. But it did its job. That Thunder into Mewtwo was clutch, because Boba Fett was not taking another Side Strike. And we'll just bring Gatiabish in to handle business. So if you don't know how Zoroark works, basically whatever the last slot Pokemon is in your party, when you bring Gatiabish in, and doesn't quite pick up the KO, it will imitate that Pokemon's nickname and appearance and all that. So good game, Alberti. But yeah, I was really excited to use Regieleki and Urshifu, and for the new Pokemon, Hisuian Zoroark was the one I was most interested in trying out. Alright, Dan Nara here's got a pretty shiesty team. What could be double redirection with both the Moths and a couple of strong dragons. We're going to go Gatiabish to try to get some Will-O-Wisps out. And I like the idea of bringing Regieleki in the lead just in case Volcarona does start going for Quiver Dance. I think Volcarona is definitely the scariest option on the team, so I want to be able to Electro Web and then maybe Thunder Wave it. And we'll go Urshifu and Tornadus in the back. And having Tornadus in the last slot will make him think that I have a flying type in the Zoroark slot. So if he leads Garchomp, he may be less willing to go for Earthquake, knowing that I have something that's not going to be hit by it next to Regieleki. So that's my thought process in putting Tornadus last and having the Tailwind as a secondary measure just in case things start getting out of hand with their speed is always nice. So a lot of people like to go Tailwind turn 1. I'm a big fan of late game Tailwind, you know, just kind of withstand attacks, fire back, do some damage, and then when they're down, you know, they're whittled down a little bit and their resources are getting low, that's when you slam that Tailwind on them and just finish it up. So that's my playstyle when I'm playing Tailwind. That doesn't mean I won't use Tailwind immediately sometimes, but sometimes just the threat of Tailwind alone is enough to get the opponent to play defensively enough for you to get an advantage. Okay, Garchomp and Volcarona. This is a scary lead. I want to Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp and switch into Tornadus for the Aleki. If they try to use a ground type move into Aleki, we dodge that, and this also allows us to get speed advantage back in the event that they go for like a Quiver Dance or like a Tailwind with Volcarona. And I want to preserve Aleki because I think it'll be valuable in the end game, having that Sash, being able to throw out Paras if things get nasty with that Volcarona. Chaos Control. Okay, they just protect Garchomp. Good play. What are they doing with the Volk? We Will-O-Wisp into protect. And they set a Tailwind. Okay. I could taunt the Volcarona, but I think I'm more scared of it being offensive and them having two offensive threats on the field right now, especially with what they have in the back. So I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp and set my own Tailwind. If they Rage Powder this away, at least they're not attacking. Yeah, they do Rage Powder. We get up our Tailwind one turn after there, so staggering that will be nice. Will-O-Wisp into a fire type, unfortunately. And they just go for the Swords Dance. I'm cool with that. Okay. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp again, because I'm stubborn like that. And I'm gonna go for the Terra Flying Hurricane into this Volcarona. I just want to make sure that Gatiabish is actually slower. 178, 179, perfect. So we will hit the Hurricane first if we hit. And Terra Flying Hurricane should clean up with Volcarona. And if they're Focus Sash, I hold that. I do favor defensive Terras, but I think it's worth having 1 or 2 Mons on your team that have an offensive Terra just for when you need that big burst of damage. And I want to make sure we can KO this Volk in one shot. We do connect the Hurricane. Are you sashed? No, you are not. So that's cool. We do connect our third Will-O-Wisp. Let's go. Wide lens coming in clutch. I was toying with Bright Powder on Gatiabish for the extra memes, but I realized that having wide lens on Wisp is just way more valuable. So we are revealed to be the Hisuian Zoroark, and now they're burned, so they're effectively neutral attack. And depending on what comes in next, I can go for a Bitter Malice into Garchomp and bring them down to -1. Or I guess they'd be +1 but burned, so half of +1. So that would be whatever their base attack is times 1.5 divided by 2 because of the burn. So they bring in Grafaiai. Now this doesn't get fake out, so I'm just gonna go for the Bitter Malice. They can't fake out Gatiabish anyways, and I'll just Icy Wind, get some speed control, maybe break a Sash on this Grafaiai if it's got it. Okay, they just go for a Parting Shot. That's cool. So this Icy Wind isn't going to do as much to Garchomp if it even connects. I got bad luck with the Icy Winds, I swear. I hope you hear that, Torn. I need you to hit this one, especially with this Roaring Moon coming in. Yeah, they're booster energy, but they're boosting attack. Cool. So Icy Wind connects. We have Tailwind over them, and these Pokemon are both -1. Crit on Roaring Moon is nice. Bitter Malice doesn't KO, but honestly, I'm cool with that. They've got maybe 3 more turns before Burn takes them out. Gatiabish goes down, but did a good job. Okay. Yeah, their Tailwind's gone. We still got 1 more turn. I'm just going to bring in Urshifu here. And I'm willing to just go for the close combat into Roaring Moon. I'm worried about them going Terra Flying. So I'm thinking about Surging Strikes here, but I mean, we still have a Lecky in the back. So as long as I get this Icy Wind on Garchomp. Okay, I don't, but it doesn't look like they Terra. That's a pretty heads-up play by them, going for the Protect in front of Urshifu, who breaks through Protect. But I mean, I guess it was pretty obvious that I'm Icy Winding and attacking the Roaring Moon. I think if they had Flying Terra, they should have used it here, but maybe they didn't. Either way, we pick up the KO on Roaring Moon. And it's just low health Garchomp and Grafaiai left. That Grafaiai better have some heat on him. Okay. I'm going to protect Urshifu now. And just go for this Icy Wind. Either the Icy Wind KOs, or they go down to Burn here. Yeah, I mean, you can see this team's got Tailwind, it's got Icy Wind and Electro Web. It's got so much speed control. This team isn't quite as bulky as I usually like to play with. These Mons do all have solid bulk investment for how frail they generally are. We KO Garchomp, but Yeah, I mean, besides the Heatran, which is more my style of Pokemon, all these Pokemon are relatively frail, so we dodge a Gunk Shot, but at this point it didn't matter. I just go for Surging Strikes and flex the Rain Dance to let them know it's really coming. When it rains, it pours. Look at how garbage this Surging Strikes animation is compared to what it used to be. What is that? That's cool though. Still does big damage. GG to my opponent. Rain Dance Torn with that Urshifu combo is crazy. But yeah, having all that speed control and these fast, strong hitting mons, I like that. Okay, we get Alberti again. So he gets the salty run back. Gotcha Bish was pretty good in that matchup. I want to try... I think we just go with Aleki again. Aleki was really good against them. Brobafett was nice in the back. And then, see, I think we bought Heatran. I don't think it came out, but we did have Heatran. Urshifu could be nice. I think I do still like Heatran for the Rayquaza. I just want to have Brobafett in the last slot so I can maybe bait them into going for a Psystrike and keeping the attention off of Regieleki. Because if they think that Brobafett's on the field, they're going to want to take it out right away because of how much work it put in on their team. So if I can use that as a way to draw attention to Hisuian Zoroark, then we're in good shape. So yeah, they do lead Quackleval. And I do want to prioritize that, but Mewtwo's still strong. So I'm going to Bitter Malice it and go for an Electro Web. A shiesty play would be to have gone Terra Dark here on Gatia Bish, expecting the Psystrike. They go Terra Psychic with Mewtwo. So them pulling the Terra trigger early allows us to play more offensively, knowing they can't make any defensive Terras. They do just Aqua Jet into what looked like Lando. Gatia Bish. Here's an Electro Web, does over half to Quackleval, but most importantly drops their speed. And Bitter Malice doesn't pick up, but Terra Electric Electro Web should pick up here. Okay, they get a crit though and bring us down to Focus Sash. So Terraing isn't the greatest option here. I think I just Bitter Malice the Quackleval and Protect. Take out Quackleval before Lando comes in. Okay, they do try to Aqua Jet Aleki. We keep Aleki around. Quackleval goes down. So that was their biggest threat against the Lando besides this Mewtwo. I mean, I guess their whole team is threats, really. Gatia Bish goes down, but not before getting two big hits into both of their lead mons. And I think I'll bring in Brobafett just in case that Miraidon comes back in. Yep, here's Miraidon. Okay. So, Lando I with Sheer Force and Life Orb does stupid damage. This is a legendary restricted, but I think a solid Earth Power with Terra Electric Electro Web chip should guarantee the KO. And from what I saw with the Electro Web damage on the Mewtwo, without Terra, this Terra Electro Web should definitely be enough to pick up. As long as we connect. But Regieleki, the clutch. I've been through a lot with this Regieleki. I spent like an hour, hour and a half soft resetting to get Min attack Regieleki in the Crown Tundra, and then I used it on pretty much every team after that. I love the design, I love the speed, fast T-Wave, down goes Miraidon, Regielecki's still standing. I'm not gonna say he's the best electric type in the game, but might be the best electric type in the game. Okay, so here's Rayquaza. And I'll just go for a Calm Mind because we saw last time that this was a special attacking Rayquaza. And we'll go for an Electro Web. Ooh, that hit pretty hard for a neutral attack. 55 base power. It was single target. I don't know, yeah, I'm still debating on whether I want max special attack or I want to keep it bulky. We'll see. They go for a Fly. I can just double protect on that. Oh, as a matter of fact, I can hit him with this Thunder. If you didn't know, Thunder will hit a Pokemon that's flying. If you don't know, now you know. Bzz. Get zapped, boy. GG. Easy clap. I'm telling you, this team is strong. I mean, decisive victories against restricted Pokemon teams. That's what you like to see. Alright, that's just a sneak peek of my first Regulation D team, but we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.